bringing up our children according to the Bible.
Какие бы законы ни были,
And irrespective of any laws,
наш закон Библия выше всех законов.
our law is the Bible, which is above all laws.
И мы стараемся исполнять то, что написано в Библии.
And we try to fulfill what's written in the Bible.
Верим даже, если у нас будет какое-то наказание,
And we also believe that even if we receive some punishment,
что Бог нас спасет,
that God is going to save us
избавит от этого.
and deliver us out of this.
И сегодня мы стоим перед судом
And so today we stand before the court
за то, что мы старались воспитывать детей своих по Библии.
for trying to bring our children up according to the Bible.
Потому что мы очень любим своих детей.
Because we love our children very much.
Если бы мы это не исполняли,
If we were not fulfilling this,
то мы бы отвечали за это перед Богом.
we would have answered before God.
И если вы нас осудите за это, признаете виновными,
And if you convict us for this, if you find us guilty,
то это будет религиозное гонение.
it's going to be called religious persecution.
И хотела сказать, что это случилось только один раз.
And I also would like to say that this happens only once.
Это случилось, когда я была несколько дней после родов.
It happened about a few days after I have given birth.
У меня было послеродовое депрессия.
I had postpartum depression.
У детей было подростковое.
And the kids are in their teenage years.
Дети хотят свободы.
The children want freedom.
Их нужно направить и наставить.
And they need to be directed and admonished.
А вы этого не сделаете.
But you will not do this.
Бог дал нам дети.
God gifted us with children,
Никто не имеет права разрушать нашу семью.
and nobody has a right to destroy our family.
Если кто это пытается сделать,
And if anybody would try to do that, or is doing it,
то с ними будет Бог строго разговаривать.
God will speak harshly to them,
И за это им придется дать отчет перед Богом.
and they will give an account before God for this.
These are my children.
Я никогда не называла плохого.
I never wished anything bad for them.
Я прошу, чтобы снялись на все книги.
I want you to relieve us of all the charges
Потому что мы не виновны.
because we're not guilty.
Потому что мы воспитывали своих деток,
Because we're raising our children
чтобы они были послушными,
so they would be obedient
достойными гражданами.
and worthy citizens.
I know you were, and I said for you to stop doing that because that is not appropriate during the trial. Remember when I said when Mr. Kozlov wanted to ask questions that we don't go back and forth like that? I laid out who was supposed to ask questions in what order. And I control that. You are done with your questions because you were getting to the point of not saying anything that was relevant. The question with regard to her mistakes is relevant to whether or not you were using reasonable parental discipline. But to sit there and tell her that you love her and that we were doing it because the Bible said so is not part of a legal defense that is relevant for this court.
У меня здесь несколько вопросов.
I have several questions.
I want to hear the questions, and I'll decide whether there are questions that may be asked in this courtroom.
The first one.
Я хотела спросить, кто это их устроил, детей и научил, чтобы они ушли из дома.
I went to Kozlov once and so they left home because it didn't happen before.
They left home. She explained why she left, where they left home. It was part of their plan.
Я хотела ей сказать, почему она говорила неправду насчет снегов, что были после наказания, она неправду говорила.
I also wanted to ask you why she was not telling the truth about the bruises that she had. I wanted to ask her why she was not telling the truth.
I'm not saying that I believe or disbelieve anything. It is the facts that the jury determines worthy. Okay, you can pick up where you left off.
Do you remember when the last time, or actually do you even remember us punishing you?
No.
Which one? Do you remember them punishing you, or do you remember the last time? Because he gave you two questions.
Don't remember.
You don't remember which one? You remember being punished? Ever?
I remember.
What?
I remember little.
Okay. You remember the last time it happened? Okay. There were two questions that were being asked. It's important you only ask one at a time.
Вовочка, зайчик, я тебя очень люблю. Я завидую тебе, ты.
Vova, dear, my little bunny, I love you very much. I'm happy to see you here.
Does that put pressure on you? Does it? Remember seeing your sister look like this? You need to follow the rules. I just showed him exhibit number 10. You want to take a look at that? You cannot do that to an 11-year-old.
It's my turn to ask questions.
Then ask questions and stop making comments that are not appropriate. You did not ask a question. You made a gratuitous statement in order to put pressure on an 11-year-old boy who happens to be your son.
Мистер Хак, если у вас есть какое-то чувство, вы должны помнить, что я ребенка не видела 4 месяца. Я его очень люблю, и я имею право это ему сказать.
Mr. Hart, if you have any kind of feelings, you must understand that I haven't seen my child for 4 months, and that I have the right to tell him.
Если вы это не разрешаете, это не хочу.
Deputy, you want to help her out of the courtroom right at the moment, please? Because she does not have a right to disrupt the proceedings. You can go right out through that door right over there.
Задавать вопрос.
Yep, right now.
Задавать вопрос.
Right now. But just, I am not going to tolerate that. I asked you if any of them were unanimous.
Yes, sir.
Mila Kozlova, would you please stand? In 09C4560, the verdict of the jury is as follows. On count 1, criminal mistreatment in the first degree, guilty. 11 guilty, 1 not guilty. Count 2, criminal mistreatment in the first degree, guilty. 11 guilty, 1 not guilty. Count 3, criminal mistreatment in the first degree, guilty. 11 guilty, 1 not guilty. Count 4, criminal mistreatment in the first degree, guilty. 11 guilty, 1 not guilty. Count 5, criminal mistreatment in the first degree, guilty. 11 guilty, 1 not guilty. Count 6, criminal mistreatment in the first degree, guilty. 11 guilty, 1 not guilty. Count 7.
Back up. Go to your page.